that. That was so stupid. You didn't say like... You have to...
It was stupid.
You have to redo that.
Hello. It is Magic the Gathering time. You just...
Okay.
And today I'm playing Brawl again, but I'm not. The focal point isn't necessarily my deck. What I'm doing is I'm playing against a friend, and she's playing her version of Thassa. Last week I played Thassa, so now we're playing against Thassa. So I'm going to use a couple different decks of my own against her Thassa build and see how that goes, because hers is better than mine. So you can see that Thassa is pretty good. And you can see how I deal with Thassa, having played it before. In the background, you will hear my dog walking around and eating things, or you may hear my air conditioner. You know the drill, that's how it goes. So let's get into some games. I'm not going to go card by card through the various decks I'm playing. I don't even know what decks I am going to play. I'm going to decide as the time comes. So let's just get into the games real quick and have some fun.
Hey there, it's Grixis, doing all kinds of things. Hey there, it's Grixis School, playing all kinds of games. Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, come on down for all kinds of wild things.
Okay, so for game one, I am bringing niv-mizzet, who I have played on here before, but since then I've changed the deck list quite a lot. So we've got two lands here. One's a scry land, so that's neat. We can find more. And then we have Bacon Bolt, Invade the City, Chemister's Insight, Row's Outburst, and we have Torbrand, who we know is quite important for niv-mizzet to do what he does. Some 3-mana spells. Invade the City is kind of useless if I don't have anything going on in the graveyard, and currently I would not have. So I think we're going to just take that free mulligan. Yeah. Again, 2 lands. Both enter tapped, but we do have some early removal, a board wipe, a cantrip, and then expansion explosion's nice, 1,000-Year Storm. So we're going to keep this one. It's a little bit risque, but we'll see how it plays out. So start with Temple of Epiphany. Mountain up on top. We're going to keep that, and then pass the turn. For those that don't remember, this is Thassa. She blinks things on the end of turn, and she is a creature enchantment situation. Oh no, she has milled my land. Ah, god damn it. Ah, no, now I'm at 2 lands. Oh, that's so unfortunate. This little boner here will mill me for 2 and then lets her scry. So, you know, it's not that impactful until she starts flickering the darn thing. So I'm going to lava coil it, attempt to clear it, but I fully anticipate a counterspell here. No, awesome. So we have cleared the little mill machine and exiled it, which is super sweet. But we did miss that second land drop. I could have anticipated to try to find a new land drop, but I decided to clear the mill engine first. So she's dropping a Witching Well before a land. Maybe she also is lacking in the lands department, and then we're kind of on an even footing. Not that I ever wish my opponents would be mana screwed, but when I'm mana screwed, I'm a little bit okay with my opponent also being mana screwed. We have drawn a land. That is good. So now on the end of their turn, we can anticipate, or we have that sweet sinister sabotage mana. What is this? Well of Lost Thoughts. Enters battlefield. Target player mills 4. So this is the big problem with her Thassa list. And by problem, I don't mean the list is poor. I mean the problem for me, because her Thassa list is going to be milling me all day. So it's kind of hard to fight that. If it was a different build, I feel I'd be a little better off. This is so unfortunate. I did not draw a land. So we're going to main phase anticipate in hopes of finding a land, and we do. We got the steam vents there. We're just going to play that untapped. It makes it look like we have a counterspell. We don't care about taking the 2 damage, obviously, because we're not really against a deck that's going to beat our face in damage-wise. Not that I can tell. So what do we got here? Thassa's Oracle. That's fine. We will let in the Oracle. We can kill it on our own turn. If like we're really invested in removing the Oracle. It's super unfortunate that Blast Zone was drawn, because it does tap for colorless, which means we can't get that turn 6 niv-mizzet. Magic Mirror. That's pretty good. I just need one more instant or sorcery in my graveyard. Can't play the Torbrand. But we can put charge counters on Blast Zone. Yeah, okay, so the plan here is pretend like we have a counter spell, and at the end of the turn we will add a charge counter to Blast Zone, so it's at 2, and then we can sacrifice it to destroy all the 2-drops. Thassa's Oracle is a card that 100% is not something that we want to fiddle with. What I would love for her to do is play a draw spell, but that's not going to happen. So there is the Thassa. And there's not a darn thing we can say about that, is there? No. Okay. So Thassa comes in. Very unfortunate. And there's the attack with the Oracle. But something very important here is that MissChivas is now tapped out. So we don't so much have to fear a counterspell on our turn. So we are free to sort of go nuts. So what I'd like to do is draw a land so I can stick that Magic Mirror. Oh, a land. So I could stick the Magic Mirror just now. That's pretty good to draw cards with. And then maybe I can outvalue her. Or I can go for the Storm's Wrath and kill the Thassa's Oracle, because last time we played, she actually won with the Thassa's Oracle. So let's do that. That's the play that I like. Storm's Wrath, clear the Thassa's Oracle. Now Magic Mirror costs 1 less. So what I'm hoping she's going to do here is tap out to play something. But I do have to fear Agent of Treachery. Any permanents that I resolve are potentially at great risk to being agented. Ooh, that's nice. A little Arcane Signet. So we will play that, which puts us up to 4 mana. And I think oh, it's negated. Oh my god. That's vicious. We are going to expansion to copy the negate to target the negate. So we will negate the negate to have an Arcane Signet. That's the level that we're at here. And worst case scenario is this draws out another counterspell, and then she's another counterspell down, but no, we get it. So we do have an Arcane Signet. We just now only have 2 mana, and so we can't go Signet Mirror. But now we have successfully whittled the Magic Mirror down from, what's the original? It's now a 3 cost versus a 9 cost, so that's good. Cloudkin Seer is not so good. That's a terrifying little card, isn't it? And she now has 2 blue mana. Oh, but she tapped out. Perfect. Okay. Now this is where I 100% want to draw a land so I can play niv-mizzet. Or niv-mizzet can't be countered, so maybe while she's tapped out, I should play something that can be countered? Yes. Let's go for Ugin. That's threatening, I think. I think Ugin is a bit of a thready poo. And then we can destroy the Cloudkin Seer. Because basically, what I'm thinking, at least when I play my Thassa deck, is I really don't want the Blinky Boy to be removed. So every time she plays a Blinky Boy, I can try to remove it. And then Thassa won't have as much to do. But there's Cavalier of Gales, probably the best blinker, which of course now turns Thassa on, so she is a creature, a 6/5, and my Ugin is going to be no more. Very unfortunate play out here. And then, for those that don't know, Cavalier of Gales is a flying, enters the battlefield, brainstorm, and when it dies, you shuffle it up and draw 2, or scry 2. So every time she flickers the Cavalier Gales, she brainstorms, draw 3, put 2 back. Ugh. It is at this point where I'm quite confident in my I have lost. Or am I? What we're going to do here is X5 on Electrodominance, deal 5 damage to the Cavalier Gales, and then that lets us play a spell from our hand with mana cost 5 or less for free. So we will play the Torbrand for free off the Electrodominance, and then we clear the Cavalier Gales. Thassa is no longer a creature. Cavalier Gales is no longer a problem for now. But, but the Cavalier does shuffle up and she scries 2. So, and this is worth noting, last time we played, I exiled the Cavalier, I didn't exile, I destroyed the Cavalier Gale, she shuffled it up, scried 2, and immediately drew it the next turn. So, for all we know, I could just have another Cavalier Gales on my hands here. But she didn't Windmill Slam it, so I'm thinking maybe it's not there. But we do have the oh, Ugin. That's an Ugin. Ooh, there goes my Torbran. Capuzzo. Opt. That's pretty good. So we are going to... Oh, niv-mizzet. Why are you so awkward with the mana cost? We're going to just play the niv-mizzet. Ugin's down and at 1, so she can't... I can't anticipate any like immediate removal of this unless it's a bounce effect. But if it's an instant and sorcery based removal, I do get to draw a card, which lets me deal 1 damage, which lets me hit the Ugin, which is now at 2, so I guess it's not as good. But I'm hoping she commits to removing the Niv. Oh no, Augur Bolus. So it looks like she's got to look for answers here. But of course, Thassa, Thassa blinks the Augur, and you get to recycle that effect. Or Thassa can blink the token. Now the token would just disappear for good, but what's under the token would just be hers. So Thassa plus Ugin's a pretty sweet little interaction there, but we're going to see Augur Bolus get recycled. The first Augur hit nothing, and the second Augur hits a counterspell that she has mana to use. Ooh, tricky predicky. But it is our turn, so we draw for the turn. Of course, we will take a shot at Ugin here, 1 damage. Kapoo! And then we're just gonna go for the opposite. Which of course triggers Niv, so I draw a card, deal another damage, we will hit the Ugin, and then the opt itself will resolve, because I can't anticipate her countering the opt, that just seems nuts to me. And then I've drawn another card, so I get to deal another 1 damage. Let's see if I can kill this Augur Bolus through like sneaky spells. So we're gonna go for Chemister's Insight and hope we get the counterspell on that. Let's get the counterspell on the Insight. That would be just tickety poo. Yes, there it is. So we've been Sinister Sabotaged, so we get to draw another card. So we are definitely gonna get to kill this Augur Bolus, which is good. My draw spell is countered. That's fine. But I get to draw a card still and deal a damage. So I have cleared the Augur Bolus. Crisis averted. But now we can go, because she's tapped out, no more counterspells, we can play Magic Mirror, which lets us draw cards, which lets niv-mizzet do damage. It's a whole thing, is what's going on there. And then we just get in for 5. Boom. Yeah. I feel the niv-mizzet deck, the changes I've made have been mostly positive. What have we got here? What is that? Mirror Maid enters the battlefield with a copy of an artifact or enchantment on the battlefield. So, MissChivas has her own magic mirror, and now Thassa is very, very, very active. So we have to clear this magic mirror, is what's going on here. She blinks nothing, keeping the token. And keep in mind, there is a counterspell in her hand. Oh, but we've drawn Negate. We have drawn Negate, and we draw a card for the turn, so we get another damage in there. So this really has become a bit of a damage war. Let's go for Island, and then that counterspell will 100% happen if I play this Planeswalker. So let's make that. Let's make that counterspell happen. Boom. Didn't say please. So now I get to draw another card. So I'll resolve Niv's ability, draw a card, deal 1 damage to her, and then we negate the didn't say please. So we get to draw another card because we've cast an instant. This is what niv-mizzet really wants to be doing, is resolving and then doing things with the things. Oh baby, Ral Zarek. Ral Zarek. We will plus the Ral and see what we get. We get to pick one of these, put in our hand. We'll take Ral's Outburst, I guess. And we have 3 mana. Oh, gosh. Well, Ral's just dead no matter what, so we attack. Get in there. Well, maybe Ral's not dead no matter what. I'm at 13 life. She may be enticed to attack me over the Planeswalker, which I think is fair. If she commits to attacking me, then you know, she'll kill me before Ral gets close to ultimating, and his minus isn't very good right now. Mass manipulation! Gain control of everything. For F's sake. Ugh. Now we have to draw mass manipulation. Oh, but she didn't take the Ral, but it will die to combat damage. Alright. Well, we get to draw a lot of cards on Magic Mirror. Oh, baby, she flickered my niv-mizzet, so I get to take it back now. Oh, no, it just goes... I said command zone. Ah, fiddles. Okay, well, now I've drawn counterspells. That's nice.
Did you just mess up?
No, I didn't mess up. I misinterpreted a rule. Okay, so we are going to invade the city and just make it 10-10. See, this is the big mistake. I decided what to do with the turn under the assumption that Thousand Year Storm was in play, but it's actually in my hand. So that was a mistake on my part. Yeah, just play the game like cards in your hand are actually in play. That's fine. And we are going to deal 3 damage to her, the player, and then look at the top 2 cards, put 1 into hand. Basically what I'm looking for here is some kind of Frogify effect. No, but we got a Witching Well, that's good. So you can see the potency of Thassa, because I was doing very, very well before this whole her winning situation took place. So now she's drawing 2 cards, which deals 2 damage to me, and that's the 2 cards off Magic Mirror, so she gets another draw step for the turn. That's another 1 damage to me. So now all she has to do is draw 1 card. Oh no, that's a fine way to do it too. I'm going to counter that. So what I was going to say is, because I'm at 6, she has a 5/5 flyer, so she just needs to deal 1 damage to me in some way and then attack with flying damage. But I've obviously lost this game, so I'll just watch it play out now. Oop. Oh no. Dang, look at all those cards she's drawing. Oh no, I'm at 3 life. And then my token is, of course, removed. So now she can Alpha Strike and just get me with everything. Oh, but first the Kraken, why not? Kraken Skulls? Oh god, -10. So that was Thassa. Like I said, her Thassa list is much better than mine. And I thought that was a pretty good game. And I'll see if she's down to do 1 more. So let's watch that play out. Yeah. Alrighty, so once again, I am against MissChivas, and she's playing Thassa, obviously. I am playing Nicol Bolas, Dragon God, because when in doubt, win games with Grixis. I don't know. It's an awfully confident thing to say for someone who just got totally flip-flopped. So this is a good one. 3 lands, 1 of which scries. Mass Manipulation comes in handy a little bit later. Angrath's Rampage to clear an early game Mana Rock or an early game Blinky Boy. And then we have Arcane Signet and Firemind's Vessel to help us ramp into the Mass Manipulation, because, you know, we lost so poorly to Mass Manipulation last game that this game we are going to use it to win. And that is called a Spite Keep, because I've kept a hand spitefully. Evolving Wilds up toppity top. I'm going to pass on the Evolving Wilds just because I have... That's a sweet thing to do. Oh, so that's good. We've drawn Ralzeric. We get a nice turn 2 mana rock. This time she can't negate it because she only has one island, and I don't have to deal with that nonsense. But if I win this game, do we do a tiebreaker? Do I make a 40-minute video? That's insane. So fortunately we're playing a tapped land here. If we had an untapped land, we could slam a Firemind's Vessel and then be at 6 mana on turn 4, which would be cool. But alas, nothing untapped. Okay, so we have a Kraken here, and that is a problemo. So we're just going to rampage that. Tyrant Scorn might be better because I feel like Angrath's Rampage in general does more than Tyrant Scorn. But if we Angrath's Rampage, then we have instant speed Tyrant Scorn. So I've talked myself into it. Thank you for your contribution at home. I'm sure you were shouting at your monitor with what card to play. But we've cleared the Kraken before it starts making tokens. And yeah, so maybe a Thassa here? Just go for the turn 4 Thassa? That's the play I would make, and I'm certain that that's not correct. So we'll see what she does. Of course, it depends what's in her hand. If she's got counterspells, there's no reason to play the 2. These are not lands. But this is kind of a land, so we will play the Mana Rock, and, you know, if it eats a counterspell, I'm totally comfortable with that. It does. There's the negate. That is fine. That is one, as you can see, I'm Planeswalker City here, so I'm happy to see negate go on something else. And there is the Thassa, which means if I draw a land that is not tapped, for fuck's sake, that's okay. I will gain the life off the cliffs, and then we will play Atris, Oracle of Half-Truths. What this does is enters the battlefield. She gets to do like a mini Fact or Fiction. She looks at the top 3 cards in my library, puts them into 2 piles. One is face up and one is face down. I choose a pile. Pile goes to my hand. The other pile goes into the graveyard. A common play here is a bad thing face down and 2 medium things face up, which makes me think, oh, what's the face down? And then I take the face down and it's a land. But we've got 2 face downs and a face up. The Lava Coil, is pretty good here. But if the face down, honestly, if the face down are 2 lands, I would be so happy with that. So we're going to go with the 2 face downs. And we get a land and a niv-mizzet. So that's pretty good. Those are pretty good piles. Mm-hmm. Oh, my dog had a thing to say. What is this? Octoprophet. I love this card. It's so funny. It's an octopus that scries. Which could very well be why she didn't want me to have that Lava Coil, because that's a beautiful thing to Lava Coil. This stupid castle comes in tapped, so we cannot play Nicol Bolas. We don't need any other lands this turn, so we're going to play a tapped castle. How many instant sorceries in the graveyard? We got 2, so we cannot Ralzeric the Octoprophet, but we can play the Ralzeric and then plus it. And if she attacks, we can just block with the Atris, because we're not playing Atris to attack. We're playing Atris to Fact or Fiction. Oh boy, enter the God Eternals or a Fabled Passage. We have Bolas mana. We obviously have Ugin mana. It's colorless. We cannot play niv-mizzet just now. That's fine. We're going to take Enter the God Eternals because removal is sweet. And no attacks, of course, because we need Buddy Boy as a blocker for the Octoprophet. Thank you. That's good. I missed the play now. It's a tome of some sort. Players have no maximum hand size. Players can draw cards. Players mill equal to cards in hand. So there's the Octoprophet swinging in on the Ralzeric. We will, of course, block. We will happily accept this block. Yep, that's fine with us. There's nothing to flicker now. Oh, baby, it's a Murderous Rider. So the play here is plus Ralzeric. Hopefully a Thought Erasure is in these 2 cards. It's not. We got Blast Zone. That's pretty good. And then there's a Blood Crypt. We will take the Blood Crypt. And then we will play Karn's Bastion. Because with Karn's Bastion, we can proliferate this Ralzeric up to 8 on the end of her turn, and then just ultimate and have the Ralzeric emblem. Oh god, how many cards are in my hand? Way too many. Oh, Christ. Okay, resolved. You can have your menu mills. Hey, but we milled the Serpent. That is so good. Oh, my Lanta. Thassa's Oracle. That's unfortunate. She's got 44 cards. Devotion is 4. Flickering that Oracle is spooky business. How much is Bastion to proliferate? 4. There's the Thassa flicker. So what we could do here is swift end this buddy. And that is... Oh, but then we lose the mana to proliferate. Oh, but you know what we do have is Tyrant Scorn. So we can just destroy a creature. Mana cost 2 or less. That way we can still proliferate to get to the ultimate on the Ral. And we can hopefully eat a counterspell here. No, we did not eat a counterspell, so it either does not exist, or she doesn't, she's not putting the same value on the Oracle that I am. Something to that effect. So we will proliferate on the Ral. Put him at 8. Good. And then we will just do that. What does that even do? Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, 4 damage to any target and draw 2 cards.
It's incredible.
Drawing 2 cards is a little sketchy magoos. Just because she's got this mill engine here, and I have 6 cards in hand, 30 cards in my library. That is a permanent with 1 or more colors. So we will hit it with an Ugin. We'll try to Ugin it. You know, she didn't say the Thassa's Oracle, which makes me think there wasn't a counterspell. But she's going to do the mill 5. And then Ugin is in, so we can clear this stupid book.
What does it do that?
It destroys it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that is the end of the turn. We got 2 mana up. You know, we have this emblem here, but we actually only have like 3 sorceries in instance. Drown Secrets. Whenever you cast a blue spell, each opponent mills 2. Oh, good lord. This is how I'm going to lose. I got 23 cards left. She has 25 life. I deal 4 damage per instant sorcery, but I also draw 2 cards. How many cards are in her library? She's got 42. I can try to mill her. Stupid. Oh, Ugin makes my signet cost 1 less, so play a free signet. And then she is tapped out. Well, let's make the token off Uginza. And then we can go niv-mizzet? I don't know. I just don't know, do I? Nicobolus is fine. That's pretty threatening. Let's get the bolus in there. Oh, destroy target permanent that's 1 or more colors, because Nicobolus can use the abilities of other planeswalkers. So I will use Ugin's ability to clear that stupid enchantment that was milling me for my life. And then I will pay 2 life on that. And while she's tapped out, Murderous Rider, the Narset. Ral triggers. I get to do 4 damage and draw 2 cards. Bloop. Now see, if I had niv-mizzet down while I was doing Ral Zarek stuff, I would be drawing cards and dealing extra damage, and everything would be crazy. It'd be 6 damage per activation. Yeah. Yeah. That would be pretty good. But, you know, of course I'm speculating on cards that aren't even in play just now. What is under my token? What is that? We got just a land under the token. So when this token leaves the battlefield, whether it's death, exile, bounce, whatever, then I get what's underneath it, which is a guild gate. Oh. So there's a big old mana rock. It taps, you pick a color and it taps for the devotion to that color. And now it is our turn, and check this out. We've got a sweet little play to make here. We will start with our plus effects. Cavalier of Gales under the Ugin token. Nicobolus draws us a card and exiles a thing. I'm fishing for lands is what's happening here. Basically what I'd like to do is be able to cast niv-mizzet and then Thought Erasure. And yes, that's doable. So we go for the niv-mizzet, which is of course uncounterable, and then we go for the Thought Erasure. So we got a lot of triggers here. So the emblem will trigger and Niv will trigger. So casting Thought Erasure draws us a card, deals 1 damage. Also deals 4 damage, draws us 2 more cards. Drawing those 2 more cards triggers niv-mizzet 2 more times to deal 2 more damage. So boop and boop. And then, of course, we have oodles of cards in hand. I get to pick one of these. It's in her hand. Oh, Jesus. Let's get rid of Kiora Beats. Well, how many? Oh, Flood of Tears is so bad. We're going to get rid of the Flood of Tears. That would return everything that I control to my hand. And I just don't want to deal with that at all.
You don't want tears.
No, I don't want the tears. I rarely do. There's a lot of tears, but I never want them. Yeah. So I'm anticipating land Kiora. No, just Frogify the Niv, and that is completely fair, isn't it? Cloudkin Seer, draw a card, and then of course Thassa will flicker that to get another card draw. I maybe should play Narset. Alternatively, oh, Bedevil. That's pretty good. Okay, so we'll plus Ugin, make a token. Sarkon under the token. That's pretty good. We will plus Nicol Bolas to draw a card, and then she will have to exile one of her things. Swamp. We've drawn. And she exiles an island. But she does have 4 blue available because that Nyx Lotus. Got to keep that in mind. So what I think we want to do here is play Ashiok. No, that's silly. We are going to enter the God Eternals. Deal 4 damage to Cloudkin Seer and mill her for 4. And then we get another 4 damage off of Ral. No niv-mizzet damage, unfortunately. Oh, spicy. Agent of Treachery. Now, there's a couple more goofy things we could be doing here. Oh, we have Fires of Invention. We should have started with that. Ugh, okay. Maybe if attention was paid, I'd be doing better. Nothing to bedevil. We can just play the Ashiok. That seems fine. Then we don't have mana to bedevil. Do we really need the bedevil just there? Let's play the Ashiok. That's a good one. Exile that spicy graveyard. Unsummon. Unsummon my token! How dare. Oh, I misread my mana base because my TV is so dark. I actually do have bedevil mana, so if something happens, I can bedevil. But, oh, we're going to get in for a lot here. So what we're going to do is bedevil a token. Yes, quite sure. And then that'll trigger the emblem, and we'll just deal 4 damage, just straight up. That just ends the thing. So that was a good game. And thank you for watching that game. Where's my clicker to turn off the... There we go. Alright, well, thank you for watching. That was Brawl versus Thassa with niv-mizzet, followed by Nicol Bolas. So if you like what you saw, you can subscribe, or if you're so inclined to do things like that. I'm on Twitter and Instagram, and sometimes on Twitch. And by sometimes, I mean once a month, if that at all. But you can still go follow and turn on notifications if you'd like to know when I'm doing exactly what I did just now, except live. Wow, you can interact with me. That's fun. So thank you again for watching. I'm Grixis School 15, and I'll be back next Tuesday with more Magic the Gathering, and maybe some historic Brawl, or maybe just regular historic, because that is coming back on the 12th, regular historic, and that's my favorite, obviously. So thank you, and good night, afternoon. I don't know when I'm uploading this. Good day.